kick, a punch, a pose!
Stupid penguins!
Come on, rats! Another goal. Hi everyone, Mike Nelson here from the Sci-Fi Channel's Mystery Science Theater 3000, along with Crochi Robot.
Can't talk, must play.
And Tom Servo.
Block, kick, punch!
The good folks at PlayStation Underground asked us to take a look at some of their work from the past year.
Yeah, meaning they bought us off with a bunch of PlayStations.
And a mess of neat games.
And we're going to head to the theater in a minute, but first I just want to get one more goal at NHL Face-Off 98.
Meaning you fairly stink at it.
Hey.
Man, my arms don't work, and I'm doing better than you. Jump, kick, turn!
Yeah, Mike, why don't you go back to playing Pong?
Yeah, face it, Bob, you'll never master the subtle power of Parappa the Rapper.
Or the lightning-fast reflexes of Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, really, Crow? Is that why Crash keeps getting pummeled by penguins, huh?
Well, it's slippery in there. Hey, come on, Bandicoot, you big thing.
And, Tom, I noticed your onion head guy is falling down a lot and, well, farting.
Yeah, I want him to do that, okay?
Well, don't get cocky. It's going to get rocky. We're going to head into the theater now. It's
Underground
time!
Hey up lads, welcome to issue 1 of volume 2 of PlayStation Underground. As you just saw, this issue came with a cameo from Mystery Science Theater 3000. Stick around to the end of the video if you want to see them watch all the previous Underground intro videos in their theater. Anyway, on to the rest of the issue. Released in March 1998, it contained some more interesting demos, videos, interviews and more for you. Let's begin with Disc 1. We start in the import section, which has a preview for Breath of Fire 3. The demo in the import section is for Puyo Puyo Sun, the third game in the Puyo Puyo series. This puzzle game has players line up the squishy looking block things called Puyo, where you clear them by lining up 4 of them in a group. This can be in a line, in a square, whatever. As long as the Puyo are connected to each other as a single colour, it will clear them. This particular game was never released outside of Japan and South Korea, making this an interesting demo indeed. There are other Puyo games that were released in North America and Europe, however. Such examples include Puyo Pop Fever, and Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. the debriefing section this time, we have an interview with then Chief Operating Officer of Sony Computer Entertainment America, Kaz Hirai.
I've been with Sony since 1984. I actually started out at Sony Music in Japan doing legal and business affairs work, negotiating agreements, drafting contracts. Then I moved on to actually when I went to New York to promote Japanese artists in the American music business. Then I moved on to the PlayStation business. And I've been with PlayStation now for about 2.5 years. Both businesses depend on good software. If you don't have good music, good artists, you're not going to be successful in the music industry. That's also true in the video game business. Unless you have a good developing team, good artists that bring out compelling, exciting software, you're not going to be in this business for very long. If you look at the PlayStation today, it's best described as being the #1 video game platform in the United States and around the world for that matter. No matter how you look at it, whether you're talking about the installed base, the number of hardware units that we have, the number of titles that we have, or if you're talking about the pricing on the hardware and the software, you know, we're always in the leadership position, no matter which angle you look at it. The most important thing that I think we're doing different from our competition is making sure that we are delivering what the gamers want. Making sure that it's a challenging game, that there's discovery, and that there's immersion, that it presents the overall entertainment value that everybody is looking for.
Touchdown Packers!
One of the favorite ways actually for me to keep in touch with gamers is to actually go to video game specialty shops, you know, just chat with some of the people that are playing the interactive displays and, you know, just ask them, so how do you like this game? You know, what do you think could have been done better? And just chat with them because, you know, they really know what they like, what they don't like. They're also very honest about their opinion, and I value that very much. You know, I always try to spend time looking at emails from gamers. I spend time trying to also look at complaints that we get, because sometimes that's more important to me in improving our business than some of the compliments that we get. I have to tell you, I love the PlayStation Underground, and I'll tell you why I like it so much, or why I love it so much. It gives us the ability to communicate with the video gamer in a very unique way, so that you know, you can keep up with what's happening in the PlayStation world. The most important is we are able to get your feedback in terms of how you look at the PlayStation as your video game platform.
Behind the scenes, let's learn about the development of Gran Turismo.
The automotive world is wondering what's under the hood of the hottest racing game ever. That's what one magazine called Gran Turismo from Sony Computer Entertainment Incorporated. We went across the Pacific to give PlayStation Underground members a sneak peek. Finding the development team wasn't hard. Most of the members barely get out of the office. Many have been working on this title exclusively for 2 to 3 years.
Compared to others, I get to go home more often. Although in most cases, I just go there to take a shower.
I went home 2 days ago. I usually go home twice a week. I've been planning this game for 6 years, but there was no technology right for it until Sony released the PlayStation. At that point, I felt very lucky. We assembled this team as we created MotorTune 1 and 2. Those games were experiments for certain features in Gran Turismo. I wanted to make the ultimate racing game for motorsports and automobile culture. It has over 120 real cars, with dozens of customization options in 8 different categories. 11 racing tracks are included.
I did the main programming. We take car physics to a new level. For example,
If you make a minor adjustment in suspension, a car tilts differently in the corners. Each car is modeled to handle just like its real-life counterpart. We measured and simulated to the degree of millimeters. I know of no other racing game that has gone this far.
The download station brings us 3 more downloadable saves. First we have a save for Ghost in the Shell, which unlocks some cinematic sequences found in the game. Next we have a save for Versus, unlocking 4 boss characters to play as. And finally, a save for Parappa the Rapper, which unlocks all the levels and even a bonus level. Over in research and development, we are introduced to a special new project that will take place over the next few issues, as PlayStation Underground shows us all the steps to creating a PlayStation game, even getting players to participate.
For a PlayStation Underground exclusive. It's a new feature called software development. We'll walk you step by step through the inside secrets of making a PlayStation game. You won't be just watching. This new feature is a short, hands-on tutorial. As we build components, you manipulate them using your controller. And we invite you to give us suggestions and feedback that could help shape the game. In Part 1, learn about game design and working with a 3D model. The issue after that, we'll show you how an animated world is constructed. Part 3 lets you put a character in motion, working with collision detection and game physics. And in Part 4, you'll add artificial intelligence, special effects, and sound. By the end, we'll have developed a game you can play, and if we liked your suggestions, your name just might make it into the credits. This could open the doors to the world of game development. Just be here over the next 4 issues. It's inside training, and only PlayStation Underground CD Magazine subscribers will be getting it.
This issue's Tech Q&A section asks, how do imported games make it to North America?
Every year, hundreds of new PlayStation games get released in Japan and Europe. Many of these games are chosen for licensing and distribution in North America. You're about to meet some of the people at PlayStation who search the world for the best games to import. You'll learn how that search is conducted and how an overseas game is made ready for North America in a process called localization. The search for new games starts here with PlayStation's Manager of Software Licensing in the US.
We basically comb our markets worldwide to find the best products that are available. We really don't restrict ourselves to US or Japan or Europe. We go all over the world. I have counterparts in London as well as in Japan, and each of those people have a group under them. Here in the US, 4 people report to me. We are responsible, our group is responsible for bringing in third-party developed software to be marketed under the first-party lineup. Basically, we are here to expand our PlayStation market, and we want very good games to be noticed.
Yes, there's a whole bunch of cheats and hints for many of your favorite games here in the Code Archive. Finally, we have the Bulletin. Find information on getting online, getting merchandise, getting comments, getting contests, getting sneak peeks, and more, right here. Moving along to Disc 2, where we find the Vault and all the demos. The first demo is for Hot Shots Golf, also known as Everybody's Golf in Europe. Something interesting about this is it was developed by Camelot Software, who went on to develop Mario Golf. This is your standard cartoony golf game. Critics enjoyed the game, praising the surprising challenge the game offered. The demo lets you try out a couple of holes.
Bloody Roar.
Get ready. Fight!
Bloody Roar, originally an arcade game, later adapted for the PlayStation by Hudson Soft. Another one-on-one fighting game, this game's gimmick is that each fighter can transform into a beast once their beast energy is high enough. Transforming into a beast gives your fighter more moves to use and recovers 2% life. Reviews at release were mostly positive, citing its easily executed moves, fast pace, and its clear inspiration from other fighting games such as Tekken. The demo gives you 2 characters to choose from.
Get ready. Fight!
Next, we have the demo for Spawn the Eternal. We saw an interview about this game on the previous issue. This is basically a poor man's version of Tomb Raider, as it takes a lot of inspiration from that, only with the comic book character Spawn, originally created by Todd McFarlane. Unfortunately, the game received very poor reviews at release. The main complaint was about the game having no story and a generic fighting game lazily tacked on. Other things critics hated were the bad controls, empty levels, unresponsive camera, awful graphics, and a lack of challenge. So yeah, even if you're a fan of Spawn, perhaps this is one to pass on. Hey look, even more football. This is a demo for NCAA GameBreaker 98. This is basically NFL Game Day 98, but with college football instead. As a result, the game did really well with critics at the time, with many praising the game's included playbook editor, something previous games in the series did not have. The demo is a rolling demo between Nebraska and Florida, but you get to choose which plays Florida does.
Blue 47. Blue 45. Red 22.
Here's the demo for 1. You play as John Kane, who wakes up with one of his arms replaced with a gun and no memory of himself or why he has a gun for an arm. The only clue he has to go on is a barcode on the back of his neck. Not only that, but apparently he's a wanted man, as he's got police enforcers hunting him down. Looks like Kane's got his work cut out for him. The gameplay is a linear 3D platform shooter, with plenty of fast-paced action to keep the player busy and engaged. Reviews at release were fairly decent. Many critics enjoyed the fast-paced action the game offered, although the unfairness of the difficulty did cause some critics to dock points off the score. The demo puts you at the beginning of the game.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Here's one for strategy lovers, the demo for Command & Conquer Red Alert. As a real-time strategy game, you don't control your troops directly. Instead, you build various structures to gather resources, do research and build an army, which you then direct to destroy your opponent's base. Because you control the mouse cursor, this game works better with a mouse peripheral. Unlike the original Command & Conquer, this game takes place during the Cold War. This is a fantastic strategy game, if you can get used to the slightly awkward controls that devs were forced to adapt due to using a controller. The demo has you rescue Albert Einstein from the clutches of the Soviets. Try not to blow up the building he's being held in.
Detected.
Affirmative.
Reinforcements have arrived. Mission failed.
Let's take a look at some videos now. We have previews for NBA Shootout 98. Saga Frontier. Nagano Olympics. And Vigilante 8. we've reached the end of Issue 1, Volume 2. Another treasure trove of games and goodies. PlayStation Underground sure knew how to keep players busy for hours. Of course, there may be even more hidden secrets to find on here, but that's for another time. Subscribe if you want to see more classic PlayStation demo discs. Check out our Discord in the description, and thanks for watching. I'm the Advocate, and as promised, here's the rest of that Mystery Science Theater 3000 cameo.
Oh, this must be the Michael Collins video game.
The story of the University of PlayStation.
I majored in sitting on my can and not getting a damn thing done.
Oh, Minnesota.
Communication enabled.
Enabled? You gotta be kidding. I've got nothing but snow here.
What's going on? I thought we had a lock.
I don't know. We're through the firewall, have full control of the tower, the logo was up and looking good, then nothing.
Hey, what's happening back there? We lost the whole transmission.
Hold on. I'm running a system diagnostic.
You know, if your animation is getting its butt kicked by Clutch Cargo, you're in trouble.
Still up? Modulation is within limits. Let me check the satellite.
Gumby and Pokey, what do you got for me?
Got it. Tracking is off. I'm gonna realign.
Well, dial it in and let's get back online. We don't want Underground members seeing this snow when they try to get the transmission.
Dirk Digital.
You've got the wrong bird, unless we're transmitting Spunko's commercials.
Hang on.
Hang on? We're hanging on dead air. Let's go.
Okay, I'm reestablishing the lock. Picture should be clearing up.
Good, because if you show a Spunko commercial, I'm running for the exit.
And now, Scream 14.
Ready and action.
From Sony's Space... From... Wrong, Sir John Gielbad. I thought that. From Sony's PlayStation comes the greatest hits. All your favorite...
See why we like fake people better?
From Sony's... The lady's dead, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. From Sony's PlayStation comes the greatest hits. All your old favorites.
Like the soft sounds of...
Which one of these two is Al Lewis? You decide.
The gentle crack of Sophia's whip.
Even the hilarious antics of Sweet Tooth, that marvelous clown.
And all for just 20...
This is the worst Mentos ad I've ever seen.
From Sony's PlayStation comes the greatest hits.
Like the soft sounds of swarming missiles.
Save money by hiring mummies. From Sony's PlayStation comes...
This must be a Scared Young video.
From Sony's...
Sorry, I'm a little tired. I really hit the mall walking this morning.
That's right. The PlayStation's a mere $149. You can also get lead...
Watch their love explode across the screen.
You can also get leading titles.
Like Crash Bandicoot and Jet Moto.
It's Moto. Jet Moto is your laxative.
Moto.
That's right. The PlayStation is a mere $149.
I lied. I'm not Hume Cronin.
Still roll, sorry, yes.
That's right. The PlayStation's a mere $149. You can also get leading...
You're not going to let robots make fun of this later, are you?
But wait.
Pull my finger.
Look, she's dreaming of Ed McMahon.
Oh.
PlayStation is a mere $149. And you can also get...
Oh, now I'll never get my show with Sinbad.
The PlayStation is a mere $149. And you can also get...
These two were a hit at the James Buchanan inauguration.
That's right. The PlayStation is a mere $149. You can get other leading...
She isn't giving me anything. I'm sorry.
That's right. The PlayStation is a mere $149. You can get leading...
Yeah, someone spiked his Sustical with rum, I think.
The PlayStation is a mere $149. And you can also get leading titles.
Like Crash...
Fudge. I must remember to make
you
fudge.
You can also get leading titles.
Like Brash Bandicoot.
Like Snake Flicky Butt and Mush Peterbilt.
It's a party!
Yeah. Get at him. Later, goons from PlayStation took them for a long ride.
All right, we got you surrounded, Pie. Drop your filling and come out with your crust in the air.
Whoa, that's got to be the top of the Genie garage door opener line right there.
I think it's Bill Gates' basement.
You're probably wondering why I brought you here, sir.
Everyone knows we've got one of those, Jenkins.
No, not that, sir. Over here.
Davidson's playing Freecell again, sir.
Hey, stay off the floor. We just waxed it.
Would you just pick up the jar, Jenkins?
We found them playing it inside the ship.
Good God!
It's a Marilyn Manson Christmas album.
Well, were you able to retrieve any information from it?
That's what I need to show you, sir.
And now, Gallagher, the movie.
Wow, Crash Bandicoot's doing all right for himself.
His belly was texture mapped and ray traced like a bowl full of jelly.
Oh, a right jolly old elf's life ended today in a modest Sherman Oaks home.
Santa can't feel his legs. Oh. Oh, gross. Santa sneezed.
Why, Barton Fink left a present.
For me?
It's for Santana. They spelt it wrong.
Someone got me a black hole. Ah!
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z sold separately.